Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Rocky 5, starring Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, Burt Young, Sage Stallone, Burgess Meredith, and Delia Shepard, and directed by John G. Avildsen. Now, let's just get straight into this, because this is going to be a little bit of a short show. It opens minutes after Rocky 4 ends, and after these memories of Rocky getting respect from Russia, Rocky takes a shower and suddenly stresses out after the fight with Ivan Drago, with his hand shaking, and goes back home and sees his son Robert, played by Sage Stallone. I like those openings, but what I don't like is the character George Washington Duke, because Rocky is planning on the retirement again. And why do that again? Is what bothers me. The most he wants another underdog challenger to take the championship from him after he plans his retirement. And that character bothered me so bad. Sage Stallone as Robert Balboa, aka Rocky's son, is a nice presence. Paulie signs over Rocky's money, while in Russia, it makes Rocky and Adrian lose their money. And has damaged his brain again. And why do this again? I don't know. Rocky has lost his money, house, and fame, life. And the problem is, it's not heartbreakingly sad. But it's just bad writing acted by Stallone. Remember, Stallone is not only starred in, but wrote this movie as well. He's not the director this time. And the idea for this isn't going good. So we have to pick up in Philadelphia, so hopefully my opinion of the movie gets higher. I'll give credit to the updated version of the song Take It Back, sang in the original movie. Robert goes to the same school as Rocky and meets two bullies and a girl. And meanwhile, Rocky meets Tommy Gunn, who's a boxing fighter like Rocky, and get ran into by George Washington Duke. And they talk business with Rocky, and Tommy wants Rocky to train him. And Rocky gives it a shot, and Tommy proves Rocky he's a good but brutal fighter who doesn't give a damn by the end of the day. Back to the two bullies, and they steal Robert's coat and lunch money for reasons punk asses give every damn time, which aren't good enough reasons in my opinion, and those scenes were shot terribly. Rocky lets Tommy stay at their place, and Rocky ignores Robert and decides to manage Tommy as a boxer. And meanwhile, Robert gets punched by the two bullies, and it becomes a Karate Kid cliche. And it's the same director. It's Rocky 1 mixed with Karate Kid 1 mixed in a blender. But all of Rocky got mixed all the way with, while Karate Kid has gotten little mixed, terrible mix in general. Robert gets into a fight with the two bullies and kicks the crap out of him, and suddenly they become friends? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And same goes for Rocky ignoring Robert to working with Tommy. That's really too much cliche. George Washington Duke takes over Tommy's contract and washes his mind with money and a title match, and Paulie dressed as Santa Claus as Christmas time. And Rocky became another person, and G.W. Duke dropped Christmas presents at Rocky's house. It's just ridiculous. Stupid and cliche, and very predictable this plot is getting. Tommy gets booed while a boxing match progresses, and every time Tommy makes the punch, Rocky punches the bag. Looks very silly. I'm glad Tommy is getting booed because I don't like him, and I don't like George Washington Duke as characters. Because of how weak their arcs are. Tommy challenges Rocky to a fight that'll be on the street after they bring up Rocky and taunting him all the way. And I really like the street fight between Rocky and Tommy and how tough it is. I also love how people chant Rocky, 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 and knocks Tommy's ass down, excuse my French. And I found it kind of funny. George Washington Duke says, "If you touch me, I'll sue," and knocks G.W. Duke out. But the ending where Rocky and Robert run to the top and the statue, and it has a nice ending, but it's not affecting my rating, which let's get into this right away. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 5.1 out of 10. It's kind of in the middle of the road for me, like Man of Steel. It's a mixture of good and bad, and there's some fun to it with the Rocky parts of it, because I can care for those characters more than Tommy Gunn and George Washington Duke. And some of the shots are terrible and shoddy. So I'd like to think, but it's just an okay movie in the meantime. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with Rocky Balboa. And until next time, hey yo, Paulie, hit the music!